Right guys, just like that, we've got the radiator completely disconnected. Just need to try and get it out. I think we'll try and get it out from the back, because since everything's already broken, I think we can. Alright, it wasn't fully out yet. I still have to take out the bracket there, which I have. So now, it might, with a bit of luck, just drop down, and there we are. And then we can just grab it from the top. And like I said, it would be a bit easier if I was using two hands. So what I'm going to do is I'll pull it just like that. We've got one radiator out, and we can maybe have a look as to why we had a leak. And there's our culprit. Leak was coming from there. So obviously when the coolant's filling up the radiator, it was coming out of there. Now, we should put this on the floor. This is in the car, like that. So you can see where it's had it. Obviously the car's had impact on this side here. And what's happened is radiator's gone from being straight to bent. Literally, that's how easy that was. That's completely gone now. Good job, we've got a new radiator, new rad pack and new fan. And our one isn't bent. So it's this one out. Let's get the new one in. So rad pack's all in. I did flush it manually, but we are going to have to do another flush on the car once it's on. Final bit of bracket and just like that, rad's in place, nice and secure, in the brackets where it's supposed to be, in the original brackets, everything lined up perfect. And you go ahead, put these bolts back in, because I didn't need to take it out from here, so I put them bolts back in. We're happy with the rad, well, the full rad pack, happy with that. Now let's move on to the bumper. So just like that, we've got the rad pack on, and now we need to go ahead and put the coolant in and make sure we've got no leaks. I've already put a bit in, just putting some more in. And then we need to try and take the air out of the system. So what I'll do is I'll fill that up and then I'll fire the car up. And what that'll do is it'll bleed it itself. Kinda. So the main question is, have we got any leaks? The floor's a bit wet from the old radiator going in. But just following the radiator pipes across into the car and then back out from the water pump and all that. Back out from the engine into the radiator. We've got no leaks so far. We haven't got the water level dropping massively. What's going to happen is that's going to warm up. And whilst that's warming up, it's going to start dropping its level down. And we'll just top it up and take it to the level it needs to go to. Confirm it's got no leaks on it. Once it's got no leaks, you can go ahead and start putting the bumper on. So as you're probably aware at this point, I've already bought a bumper for it. But what I have discovered is the light's damaged here. Which makes sense. If the point of impact was here, the light will be damaged. Our ASSI is fine. So if we look down here, the ASSI is fine and the crash bar is fine. So these two don't need replacing. I think the damage was kind of from underneath upwards. I will have a look at it underneath at some point, but right now, what we're going to do with the lights are costing a lot of money, and it's not significantly damaged where it's going to impact the structural use of it. So what we're going to do, we're going to loosen that bolt from there, move both plastic pieces together, so they're going to kind of be like that, and I'm going to plastic weld them. So I've got a tool where you can plastic weld it, and I'll show you how we use that. And it's like almost as like there's metal wiring being injected into it. I've used it in the past. It's a brilliant tool. We're going to go ahead. We're going to plastic weld the light just down the crack here, and the light's going to be as good as new again. It's not going to be the prettiest light, but it's going to be as good as new. There's nothing wrong with the lights. They work perfectly fine. So it doesn't make sense replacing them. Especially at the prices I'm getting quoted, it's a rip off. So loosen that off, bring it down, plastic weld it, and when we come to sell it, we've just got to make sure we let the new owner know that obviously it's been in a front end crash, been repaired properly, except the rear light, the front passenger side light has had some plastic welding done there. I am going to plastic weld it, but I'm going to still look for another light. If I do manage to find a cheap one, I'll just take this one off and put the other one on, because it won't take long to do. But it's all about if we can find one. Let's let that warm up and let it bleed itself out.